almost like I was doing them a favor. And I'm like, listen, Linda, we can do this ourselves, okay? It will not, we can do this ourselves. I don't need you. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sticks and Locks, and I'm your host, Esther. In today's video, we're going to be talking about which one should you get. Sisterlocks or Microlocs? So the number one thing that everybody talks about and everybody knows about when you're trying to decide is cost. That's it. Need I say more? Sisterlocks are expensive. Microlocs are not expensive. They're free if you do it yourself. There it is, cost. We're not even going to dwell on that. Number two, maintenance. That ties into cost as well. And you have Microlocs, you start them yourself. You're responsible for your own reties. That means you're on your own schedule, right? That you don't have to keep up with every 4. If you go 8 weeks, only you will suffer. Only you will punish yourself. With Sisterlocks, you kind of have to go when the loctician says, otherwise they drop you and then it's a whole thing. So if they have you on a 4-week schedule, you're forking up $125 every 4 weeks. Grid. Now, that's something I'd be willing to maybe go to a Microlocker. If I had to do my journey all over again, I would go to somebody who installs Microlocs and have them put a clean grid, nice clear parts for me, because that's the thing I didn't do with my hair. And sometimes I feel like my locks don't know where the hell they belong. They're just in there partying, just doing their thing. But grid does, it's not about grid, but parts do matter. That's my opinion. And I don't have a grid. So that's the opinion of somebody who doesn't have a grid. And it's not even about the look, it's just about the ease of maintenance. Size. Now, I don't have any particular size. My locks are all over the place. I have some big ones, some fat ones in random places, right? But if you want that uniform size, then I would get either them done by a loctician or even Microlocs in that size. Because these days they're doing Microlocs with Sisterlock grids without paying the Sisterlock price, right? So, you can really get the look you're going for without having to fork up the money. But look, if you can afford it, if it's within your budget, if you've saved and you've reached your financial freedom, then go ahead and invest the money to have somebody place a grid. But now you got to pick wisely, because just because you paid a ton of money doesn't mean you get the results that you want. So shopping for a loctician is another thing that you should consider, because they are hard to get in some areas, right? I know in my area they're difficult to get, and when you do get them, they're very booked. And if you can't afford them, they're very, very pricey, right? And then they're a little bougie. They're a little like, you need me, I don't need you, so you're going to be on my schedule. There are a few that I've called to try and get a retightening scheduled. It was almost like I was doing them a favor. And I'm like, listen, Linda, we can do this ourselves, okay? It will not, we can do this ourselves. So, I don't need you. Rules. That's debatable, right? Because there are people with Sisterlocks who don't follow the rules, but then that's, sometimes if you go to a loctician and you're not following her rules, I don't want to explain myself. I'm a grown woman. Okay, if I don't feel like braiding and banding, let me be. So, if, the rules are set forth so that the locks can mature in a certain way, but when you're a DIYer, they're your own rules. You break them, you break them. You don't break them, you don't break them. You know what I mean? And I just don't, I'm not really good at staying within boxes. I'm not. So I feel like I would end up, even if I went and got Sisterlocks, then I'd do my own thing anyhow. It's my money. Shoo. Products. Now, in the Sisterlock community, there's a lot of rules on products and what you can and cannot use on your hair. Should you use oil? Should you do this? And it's actually loctician dependent. Your loctician will be the person giving you the green light on what to use. Well, when you do them yourself, I don't know, whatever I feel to use, like I need to use on my hair, I use on my hair is thriving on doing this haphazard regimen, right? If my hair needs oil, I oil it. If my scalp is dry, I oil my scalp. If my ends are dry, I oil them as needs be. If I need to shampoo, I don't wait. I just shampoo my hair. It's kind of like it's a very liberating experience to just be able to do whatever you want with your hair. But some people prefer the structure. Some people prefer to go sit in a chair, have somebody else man their head, have somebody tell them, hey, this is what you're doing, this is not what you're doing, you should be doing this. Some people thrive over that. I don't. And then the look and feel. So in my hair, I have locks that, you see these long ones? These are interlocked from root to tip, right? And they feel vastly different from my twisted hair. So this is my hair right here. That's my twisted hair. And this is my interlocked hair. See how thin the size difference? And I have to admit, I prefer the twists. They're a little plumpy. They have some fluffiness to them. They're not as coarse. Like twists shrink up more than Sisterlocks or interlocks, right? Because there's nothing really holding it. And that's why you see the long parts of my hair, all these are interlocks, and the shorter shrunk version are my twists. So take your pick. That's my video for today. I don't have anything else. Do you guys have anything else y'all want to talk about? How's life? How you doing? How the kids? You ain't got no kids. If you ain't got no kids, how you do? What do you do with yourself if you ain't got no kids? Because I got 3 kids. And my life is busy. I just can't imagine what people with no kids do with their lives all day. So, what you do all day? You ain't got no kids. You sleep? I'm so jealous. You can come babysit my kids real quick. I'll take a nice 10-hour nap and be like, oh, what day is it? Anyway, that concludes my video for today. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, because we just being great over here. And don't forget to eat steaks and cut out sugar. That's all.